We're here with a very special tournament today, Arena Tournament number 50. If you count the tournaments on chess kits that we had, I think we're probably around 60 to 65 tournaments total. But having tournament number 50 on chess.com is an amazing accomplishment. And real credit to all the kids for their love of chess and just trying to get better and having some fun while doing so. Um, we started, if anyone remembers back, we had just basically we're doing a Swiss system, which we were just playing 5 games, which meant that after your first game was over, there'd be a long delay before your second game started, and the kids didn't like that too much, understandably, because there was long wait times. Then we eventually switched to this arena format, where basically once your game was done, there was a very small wait before your next game would start, and the kids seemed to really enjoy that much better. Um, so it's been awesome, the evolution of the tournament, and the kids are getting stronger. The games are getting more competitive, more interesting to look at. So I couldn't be prouder, and I think this is just basically the surface of what the kids will one day accomplish in chess if they stick with it, if they keep their passion for the game. This is really just the beginning of a really cool journey, one that I embarked on myself when I was a kid. Met a lot of nice people in the chess community, made a lot of good lifelong friends, and it's just been a very fun journey for me. So I'm really happy to try to pass as much knowledge as I can to the next generation, and hopefully they'll have a not same, but hopefully a similar experience to what I had, similar journey. So let's say we got 4 players for tournament number 50, but I know the kids will start jumping in as we get closer. Hopefully we can get Benjamin and Alex. I notice we're not really getting too many of the older kids anymore, and I think it'd be good for the tournament. I know that the older kids don't sometimes like to play the lower rated kids, but if more higher rated kids show up, then other high rated kids will show up, and they'll get to play each other sometimes and get some good games still. And I do think that when you're higher rated, you should give lower rated players a chance to play you sometimes. It's just good to sort of pay it forward and give other people an opportunity to play against you, because that's how you get better, right? You got to play people that are a little bit better than yourself. So we're still at 4 players. I was hoping for a little bit more sentimentality. Okay, we got 5, although it doesn't. Okay, I got Peter's here. Oh, it's the first time Peter's played in a really long time. Awesome. So we got 5. I'm expecting we're gonna get about 14 today, maybe a little higher. I'm feeling confident about this tournament, but we'll see what happens. But 5's not a bad start. Like I said, this is the first one that Peter's played in a while. It's good to have Jonathan here. Devin didn't play last tournament. Hopefully Devin will show up today. Okay, who do we have here? We have Vincent. Okay, good. So if Vincent joins, hopefully we'll get like Alex and Benjamin, but we shall see. We shall see who jumps in. I know Chelsea's supposed to be here. I was hoping Cece would play as well. We're missing a lot of players, but we'll see. I think we'll get more kids in a few minutes, I think. All right, so 6 players. We have a matchup of the brothers. We have Vincent and Matthew. Let's follow Peter and Jonathan though, because I know Jonathan sometimes only likes to play 1 game. Let me turn the evaluation off. So I want to make sure I at least cover one of Jonathan's games. So who's the 7th player we have? It's not updating. We have. Okay, Chelsea's here. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we have a Italian game or a Guccio piano. So knight f6. Peter probably should spend a little more time on knight g5. So knight f6. White's not dealing with this threat, so I think we should just go ahead and take the pawn here. But we'll see. There's also nothing wrong with just continuing development. That's also fine. But I wouldn't mind just seeing Jonathan grab this pawn here. Okay, also bishop c5, very respectable. Knight c3, and now we're gonna see the most common opening that we see in these tournaments. Yeah, I think I gotta start inviting some of the younger players, because I think we could use some more players in these tournaments, some new players. So Aiden beat Aiden already? How'd that happen? Unless was there like a disconnect or something? It's pretty quick. Okay, so we're gonna see d3. Yes, we're gonna see d6, and we're gonna see bishop g5 is my guess. And we'll see if Jonathan remembers he's supposed to play h6 after bishop g5. That's an important detail. Because when your opponent creates this pin, you want to what they call put the question to the bishop. This move h6 asks, does the bishop want to take your knight? Or does the bishop want to retreat? And then the pin's not quite as strong because then you can play g5 in the future. But like I said, we'll see. I'm making some assumptions, but I feel somewhat confident we're going to see d6 and bishop g5. I hope Jonathan doesn't time out or something like that. But if he's thinking, that's a good thing. We're up to 8 players. It looks like Benjamin joined. That's good. Yeah, I hope that Brian would play. Yeah, we need some of the older kids. I was hoping Sarah would show up. Sarah just crossed 800, by the way, which I thought was very impressive. There was one game she played that I was meaning to ask her about. I'll ask her tomorrow, where she played a 900. D5, no, we just didn't count the attackers versus defenders, Jonathan, right? No, this is bad. Now we're gonna lose. We didn't count the attackers versus defenders. So what I was saying is, Sarah had this one game against a 900 over 900 where she was completely winning, and it looks like she just timed out. So I don't know if her internet got disconnected or what happened. But I've been meaning to ask Sarah about that game because that would have been a nice jump up for her rating. No. What's this? What's this, Jonathan? What's this? No, what is this? Yeah, this is just giving the game away. No. This is just giving the game away. Yeah, we gotta value our pieces, right? If there's one thing that you learn from chess class, and hopefully you learn hundreds and hundreds and thousands of things, but if there's one thing you learn, we gotta try to get the better pieces. We can't just give our opponent these big advantages. Okay, bishop e3. Yeah, I like this move from Peter a lot, right? Make even trades. And yeah, Jonathan is sort of not... Okay, I guess this move does create a threat, but I think Jonathan's not really paying too much attention to what his opponent's doing. Although after pawn takes knight, you can make an argument that at least there's some complications happening. So like bishop here, and then we have knight h5 and queen g5 is a threat. So I wouldn't count Jonathan out fully. His position is not good at all, but I wouldn't. Yeah, now I'm sort of counting him out fully. Like we got to go bishop h3 here because we're trying to create a checkmate on g2. Yeah, now I think it's gonna be tough for Jonathan to really get anything going here. Yeah, I like to see like knight e4 here and just trade off some more pieces. Also, rook e1. Yeah, it was a very good move from Peter, right? Control the e file. Rook e1 is very good. Yeah, this should be pretty easy. Yeah, the reason why bishop h3 would have been strong is it really just attacks a lot of squares around your opponent's king. And don't forget, the goal of chess is to give a checkmate, right? That's how we win. Okay, so queen d4. Yeah, we're still at 9 or 8 players, okay. I thought we would get a little more players today, to be honest, but we'll see what happens. Okay, a4. I didn't really get a4 very much. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. I mean, I feel like Jonathan is at least creating some problems here. I guess one thing that I need to personally learn is that these games aren't over till they're over. So positions that maybe higher rated players would convert pretty easily. It's really not over till it's over. Although I didn't like this move very much. Okay, well, now you just take the queen. Yeah, this is a whole new game if Jonathan sees this move. Whole new game. Good? Yeah, so sort of to be expected. There's been a lot of good moves and a lot of bad moves. I guess you could say that for any skill level though of chess players, even myself, we have moves that are good and moves that are not so good. Yeah, I just played a game against a good friend of mine the other day, and there was some very good chess played, and also some chess that I think both of us were a little unhappy with. So it's sort of just, yeah, all skill levels kind of have that feeling in some way. Oh, he just resigned here, Peter? I wouldn't have resigned here. You're just down 1 pawn. I would have kept fighting, to be honest. Like even here, you can even go like king d2, take, and then king c3. And now your threat is rook f1, and you're putting pressure on this f7 pawn. So that's already like something that could have happened in this game. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't have resigned as white here. Very nice comeback for Jonathan, by the way. And my guess is that Jonathan's going to be done. He normally just plays 1 game. So we really need to sort of get some more players in this tournament. I'm probably going to jump in at some point. So who's 9 now? So we have, oh, Linnea. Cool. We're missing Leo today. I was hoping that Leo might show up. Crystal's dad said Crystal would be here just a little late, so that's good. Beans. It's a funny word to express frustration, because he really did have a very good position, Peter. I'm happy for Jonathan, right? I'm happy he's getting some wins. One thing I will say though is I do kind of wish he would be getting like a little bit more. When you make mistakes in chess, you almost want your opponent to punish you so you can learn from it. So the fact that Jonathan sort of gave away so many pieces for free, I do want his opponent to kind of punish him a little bit better, because that's how you learn and become better. At the same time, like, you know, he kept fighting. He stayed positive, Jonathan. So that's something that should be applauded. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking so much. Let's jump to a new game. So let's look at Benjamin and Vincent. I think this will be a very, very good game here. So we have the closed Sicilian. Basically, the closed Sicilian is when you don't play this move d4. That's why it's called the closed Sicilian. If you go knight f3 and d4, then that's called the open Sicilian, because you're trying to open up the center. So knight c6, bishop c4, knight f6. Yeah, I'm wondering what happens on e5. Knight f6, e5. I think we're supposed to go d5 then, and that should be fine for black. But I don't know if Vincent knows that. That might be something I should teach him. Because after e5, if we just go back, that doesn't look... Oh! e5, knight takes e5. Okay, chess teacher's got to warm up here a bit. Yeah, e5, what am I talking about? So anyway, so d3, e5, perfect. Bishop g5, bishop e7, knight ge2. I like the way Benjamin's playing this. I think he's going for an early f4. Castle, knight d4. So knight d4 I think makes a lot of sense, because this knight's not on f3 where it would be able to eat our e5 pawn. So since this knight is not attacking the e5 square, I think knight d4 is a very, very reasonable move here. And yeah, I don't think Benjamin should take here, because I think we probably should take with the c pawn here. But anyway, I think black has pretty good central control here. Okay, probably d5, b6. b6 is what? I think d5. So d5, take. So I think d5 is a move here. d5, okay, take, and then also d5, take. Yeah, I think that would be good for black. I think d5 was definitely a move here. b6 is probably also quite fine. Okay, c3. No, we're just missing the threats. Come on, there's 2 attackers and 1 defender. How long did Vincent take on that move, by the way? 4 seconds. Yeah, he didn't ask the simplest question you need to ask yourself. What's my opponent's threat? He didn't. Basically what happened was Vincent played this move so he could play this move, and he didn't evaluate the change in the position. That's really important. He didn't ask, what is my opponent trying to do? Yeah, so, yeah, c3, I think we should probably just take here. And that should be fine for black. So now we're playing down a pawn. Yeah, and basically Vincent's position went from being very good to just what I would consider okay now. And like he's gonna have a hard time finding moves. Like what exactly do we play here? F3. Yeah, what exactly do we do from here? I mean, he's hanging in well, Vincent, right? He's hanging in well. Like this might have been a good opportunity to get out of the pin. Right, so now you have the bishop defending your knight. So rather than queen e7 where you're still in the pin, what about queen d6? Because that gets out of the pin and it creates a threat. So to me, that seems like a far superior move. Yeah, queen. Okay, queen d6. We do have to worry about knight b5, though. I just realized. So maybe we play a6 first and then queen d6. Maybe that's the solution. So queen e7, knight d5. So we have to take. Okay, take rook a to d8. I'm assuming. Okay, that's good. b3. Now queen d6, okay. Okay, g3. So notice that Benjamin did a good job of paying attention to the threat. Okay, h6, take. I'll take with the queen. I actually like that decision from Vincent, because even though we're down material, I think the best that black can hope for here is an opposite color bishop endgame. With rooks on the board, this is actually very dynamic. So the lesson here is that basically these opposite color bishops are attackers that your opponent cannot deal with. And what I mean is this bishop can attack the f7 square. this bishop cannot defend the f7 square. So it's sort of like white has an extra attacker. Same thing, this bishop can go to d4 and attack the f2 square. This bishop can never defend the f2 square. So it's like black has an extra attacker. So opposite color bishops, if the rooks were traded off, this would be very drawish. Obviously, white would still be the one that has the advantage because they're up a pawn, but black should be able to draw. With the rooks on the board, it's a totally different story, though. Both sides can actually get very, very aggressive here. So this move, f4, I like. I don't like this move because that, well, e5 we can take. So I take it back. This move's not so bad. I probably would have just played bishop d4 right away and just got my bishop to a good square. But this move also seems reasonable. So here, and then bishop d4, perfect. Yeah, this has been a good game. Other than Vincent just not paying attention on that one move, it's been a very good game. Yeah, all this other stuff is very good. f6, I don't know, because now e6 looks strong to me. King f3. Yeah, again, we're just not paying attention to the threats. There's 1, 2, 3 attackers, 1, 2 defenders. So I'm seeing a lot of good chess being played, but I'm also seeing a lot of stuff that we could be doing a lot better. We're just not counting the attackers versus defenders at all. So take, rook e1. I don't know about bishop c3. I think we should go rook e8, rook e7, and then bishop f6 or bishop d6. It doesn't really matter. And that should be an easy draw. So the problem with bishop c3 is you're losing the a7 pawn. So here, and you lose here. I know that he's trying to pick up a tempo with this move, Vincent, but really you should just be playing defense here. Also, maybe like maybe rook f8 check is worth considering to try to force the king. Try to force the king back to g2 first, because if we go here and then here, then I think rook e8 is even stronger there. So rook f8 is probably the move. Well, I don't know. Rook f8, king e4. I didn't really look at that enough. King e4, bishop d4, and then we're threatening a skewer, but they're not going to allow that, of course. So okay, so here, bishop d4, king d5. Yeah, white, rook f2 maybe. I think I prefer white there, but it's complicated. But I definitely don't like this bishop c3 move. Okay, so now your bishop is sort of doing a good job, but it's also very passive. So this is an interesting position as well. So here, bishop d2. Okay, I like that move. a4. Okay, maybe g5 and king g6. Okay, king there. Okay, but now h4 is coming. Yeah, we're very close to getting mated here, actually. Very close to getting mated. Okay, that move, and then I think Benjamin's idea is king g3 and h4, which is a mate. So we're gonna have to play h5 at some point, which I don't think is such a big deal. Okay, there. Okay, there. What's going on? Okay, defending the pawn. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, I think here bishop to. So my idea was I want to go bishop d2, rook f4, take. But then I realized that h4 is a winning move for white. So that idea doesn't quite work. Oh, we can just play rook takes d3. Yeah, rook takes d3 is a good move. Okay, so very good find from Vincent. Okay, here. And yeah, I think we can go back to d4 again. No! No, you played such a good game, Vincent. How much time you spent? Those backwards retreating moves are tough to see, but still, we should see that. Vincent should see that. Yeah, that's disappointing. This seems to be Vincent's Achilles heel, as he's still just giving away his pieces too easily. Yeah, there's no point in playing on here. This game is over. Yeah, he played such a nice game too, and yeah, it's disappointing. Oh, that's a nice mate that Benjamin created there. Yeah, just we gotta look at the whole chessboard. He played a very good defense, Vincent, and he just gives his pieces away for nothing. All right, what can you do? It was a really good game that he played, though. I was sad to see that. Right. I think it's early enough that I can jump in the tournament. Let me jump in the tournament. I don't know if there's even anyone for me to play. Oh, Vincent. All right, let's have some fun. Only because it's the 50th tournament, I should jump in and have some fun. So I'm going to play the Open Sicilian. Let's see what Vincent goes for here. So the main line is d4, but I prefer this move knight c3. So I just want to play knight c3 and see what happens. If Vincent goes e5, bishop c4, I want to see how Vincent plays that position. Okay, knight f6. Okay, knight f6. Now I have e5. I think is just very strong. Okay, hold on. e5, knight g4. All right, how do we deal with that? e5, knight g4. Oh, I'm going to auto-resign in 13 seconds? Why do I auto-resign in 13 seconds? Doesn't make any sense. That's so stupid. Why? I shouldn't say that. There's some kids watching. I shouldn't say that. But why do I auto-resign? Why can't I think on that move for longer? Okay, that's a mistake, because now I just go d5. Yeah, now I can really open up the position in a good way for me. So this is going to be some trouble for Vincent now, I think. Yeah, that's why anytime, so I teach Brian this for many lessons. Anytime you see d4, if you're a Sicilian player, it's almost an automatic capture. Okay, now this is going to be really bad for Vincent. Okay, now I'm going to go d6 and e5 is my idea. And Vincent is just, his position is going to be cramped for a really long time here. Okay, I also have knight b5 and c7. Is that even better? Yeah, I don't think there's a defense for knight b5, is there? Yeah, knight b5 is very strong, I think. Okay, just should think about it. Yeah, why does it give me 13 seconds again? Why is it auto-resign? It shouldn't be doing that. So knight b5, queen a5, bishop d2. Okay, but yeah, it shouldn't be threatening to auto-resign. I don't get the point. Yeah, this is really bad for Vincent. Oh, he did find a good move. Okay, queen b6 is a nice move. Okay, let's go. Let's give a check. Okay, we're going to go e5 here. I could just take the rook, but I think e5 is even better. Okay, now we're going to go bishop g5 check. I kind of felt a bit bad for Vincent here. This is, although, hold on, is bishop g5 that strong actually? Bishop g5, f6, pawn takes, and still it says I'm going to resign again. I don't understand why. Okay, I'll just take the rook. Yeah, is this the message the kids are getting? Because this is really distracting. Like, yeah, I don't understand why I have to move so quickly. Why can't I use the time however I want it? I'm gonna look into the forum or ask a question on chess.com. I don't understand why it's resigning so quickly. Okay, so here he just hung his queen. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get why it's doing that though. It's weird. He played some good moves, Vincent, but there was some stuff he could have done much better, clearly. Yeah, once I got this move d5 in, this was looking very good already. I think black has to take, but their position is already quite bad. Because I just have such good control of the d5 square. I have all these pieces defending d5. Yeah, I really wish I had given more time to think, because there were some options I really wanted to look at, so I don't get that auto-resign. And I know if I auto-resigned against Vincent, he would never let me hear the end of it. So I didn't want to do that. The funny thing here is I'm just thinking out loud, but I'm wondering after knight d5 if I could even have sacked the queen there, because this bishop g5 move is so strong. I don't think sacking the queen is correct, but I just think it's a really interesting option. My guess is I can't sack the queen because after bishop g5, f6 take, there's bishop takes d6 there, but I do get the queen back because I can take here with a check and then I take the rook. So it's interesting. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but it's an interesting option. But this move e5 is just sort of crushing, I think, also. All right, so we're still at 10 players only. I'm surprised. I'm surprised we don't have more players here. Yeah, no Leo today. Leo almost plays. Linnea played one game. All right, who can we look at next? Yeah, to be honest, I don't think any of. Okay, let's look at Aiden and Aiden. What I was trying to say, I think there's like a lot of lopsided matchups today. Okay, so what's going on? F3. Yeah, they know this variation. We talked about this a lot in class. Queen e2 is the best move. Yeah, we learned this many times. It's interesting. It's sort of like they say about public speaking is that when you memorize a speech at home and then you go in front of the public, you like automatically forget 25% of what you memorize because you get nervous. And I feel like there's some truth to that in these tournaments. Like I feel like I feel like the kids forget about like 25% of the stuff that they know once the tournament starts. They just automatically forget a lot of stuff that they've learned. So Queen H4, Castle. Yeah, I like the way Aiden handled this. I don't get that move at all, so it could be a brilliant move, or it could just be a really bad blunder. I really don't understand. Okay, so take, and now this capture is impossible because of the pin. There's no Queen G4 threatening mate because of the queen and the knight. There's no Queen G5 threatening a mate because of the bishop. So yeah, I'm a little confused. Okay, so here, knight f3, here. Okay, now there is a mate threat. Okay, good job, Aiden, dealing with the threat. Okay, good job not taking with the queen as well. Right, if you take with the queen, you lose this guy. But after this, I mean, Rook F8 looked very strong to me. Rook F8's a big threat, and I'm not exactly sure how we're dealing with Rook F8. So Aiden actually did have some good chances to fight back here. So here. No, that move I didn't like. Draw by stalemate. Uh-oh. Yeah, Aiden got a little greedy here. Instead of just finishing off the game, he got a stalemate. So he's up 26 points, and the game's a draw. It's a good lesson for the kids. So George also had a game like this a few tournaments ago. When in doubt, give a check, right? When in doubt, you wanna give a check. All right, so let me play another game because I think we're sort of running low on players. Kind of look at that game against Vincent in a bit more depth. That was an interesting game. Okay, we're going to Aiden. All right, let's have some fun. Don't want to play Scandinavian. Let's go E5. Although last time I played this against Aiden, he gave me a really good game. Okay, so far we're following Aronian Anand. Okay, so here, I think I can take on E4. I don't know if it's such a good move though. It feels like a move that's going to get me in trouble. Well, let's go for it. Let's go here. Take. So here, this move bishop takes f7 is very interesting. So basically, my idea is after knight takes knight, I'm going to play d5. So I think this is playable, but I honestly feel like I can get into some trouble in this variation because there's always some like queen h5 ideas. Yeah, I don't know why it says he's going to auto resign and like because this is a position that I really want Aiden thinking about. So this is really annoying. Yeah, it's annoying that they have that. Yeah, I didn't. Is there a way? I should look into settings. I should be able to turn it off. I don't like that. Okay. And now Queen H5 is very interesting. Queen H5, G6. I lose my rook. I was not expecting that move at all. That move I do not like. Yeah, I'm just going to take that. I do not like that move. Okay. How do we continue from here? Okay. Now if I go Queen H4, Queen G4 looks strong. I think Bishop C5. Bishop C5 should be good. Okay, let's go here. It's a really interesting opening. I assume I'm a little bit better. So he's threatening a mate. Okay, so again, if I go G6, then that move works. Queen E7 is possible. I think the best move is just Queen F6. So I defend this pawn. I defend this pawn, and I threaten a attack here. So queen, okay, there. Okay, now I sort of want to be a little bit wimpy here. So I think I'm just going to play Queen G6 and force a queen trade, which admittedly against your student who's pretty young, this is not really the most adventurous way to play chess. But I'm feeling like I can play this position quite well. So a lot of part of playing chess well is finding simple positions to play. Okay, there. Okay, I think I can take that guy. Why not? What's the idea? Okay, I think we can take this guy. Could probably hold off. There's a saying in chess, right? You don't have You don't have to be in such a rush to win weak pawns. The problem is I want to develop my knight and castle queenside, but then this pawn is hanging. So I think knight c6 and knight d4 is the solution to that problem. So let's go here. Yeah, I think I can take this pawn wherever I want to. I could play f6. I think f6 is also reasonable. Yeah, it's not really so important for me to castle here with the queens off the board. Maybe bishop e3 is a good move. Okay, I like that move. Okay, I think we're going to go f6 here. Yeah, we'll go f6 should be reasonable. He's creating some weaknesses though, like f4 is an issue for me. Oh no, f4 is not possible because of the pin. Okay, I'm supposed to see stuff like that. That's pretty basic, basic chess teacher stuff that we're supposed to know. Still kind of like bishop e3. That's a good way to simplify, I think. Yeah, now I'm going to castle queenside. I'm really going to put some pressure on this pawn. Unless, so this move I don't fully get. Because now it's sort of more difficult to defend this pawn. So we're going to castle queenside. Bishop e6, I have king to b8, so no big deal. Yeah, I didn't really get bishop d2. I guess rook c8 is the idea, so that makes some sense. Yeah, but now like knight d4 and knight f3 is just a strong threat. Maybe I should even just play knight d4 before I castled. Still at 10 players. That's all we got for our 50th anniversary tournament. Maybe I might have been the only one that was sentimental about this. I was trying to get a game against Benjamin today, otherwise this tournament is going to be very easy for him. So don't take, right? If I take, that's no good. So for knight d4. I still think that knight to f3 is a very unpleasant move. I guess you can go bishop g4, f5, like bishop here, and then this pawn is hanging if I grab this guy. But we'll see. Oh, did I just miss? Oh, okay, I just played knight. Yeah, knight. So bishop g4, I have knight c2. So I think we have to go bishop here. Okay, there, I can just take it. I'm defending the bishop, so that's good for me. He's playing well though, Aiden. I mean, it's interesting opening. Playing well. So yeah, now I have two threats. I have knight c2 is a threat, and this is also a threat. So after this, I'm gonna have to be a little careful about the pin. And if I like misclick and move my knight, I'm gonna get back rank checkmated. So hopefully my mouse skills will not fail me. So I think I can take. I'm not gonna click because it's been very sensitive. Although I can move the knight back to c6 or e6. But yeah, I should be careful that I don't get back rank checkmated here. Okay, that's a good move. Oh, that's a very nice move. So if I take. Good thing is I can retreat the knight. So I'm gonna take just because that will. I think Aiden will get a little excited after this move, but I'm gonna take and then I'm gonna bring my knight back and defend the rook. Sorry, Aiden. Okay, so here. Okay, we're gonna go here. Basically, I'm just improving my rook, right? Rooks are very good. Like black rooks are very good on the second rank because that's where all the white pawns start, and white rooks are very good on the seventh rank because that's where all the black pawns are. So usually, if you can get your rook to the second rank as black or the white rook to the seventh rank, you're attacking a lot of stuff. Okay, there. I'm happy to trade. And let's see if my endgame technique where I'm up a knight and 3 pawns is good enough. It should be good enough, but okay. That was a good game. Good game. I'm scared of going against you. One thing I think the kids will learn as they get older is you really only have one responsibility when you play chess game. That's just to do your best. It doesn't matter if I play Magnus Carlsen or if I play a total beginner. Obviously, if I'm playing Magnus Carlsen, I'm going to realize I'm not a big favorite to win. That's an understatement. But it doesn't matter. Like all my responsibility is just to play the best I can, and it took me a long time to learn that. So it's not something that is probably going to dawn on most kids, at least from my experience. It's something that when you get a bit older, you start realizing. But I mean, that's really your only responsibility. Just play the best chess you can. Looks like Vincent grinded out a nice win here. So what happened? So Sicilian. Yeah, again, he's supposed to take here. So after this e6, the d5 move, which yeah is very good. So good win for Vincent. Chelsea's playing very tough though. 3. Yeah, this move is not very good. It's actually quite bad because all this move does is just helps your opponent develop a piece for no reason. So this is basically the last. Honestly, like besides just like giving away a piece for free. Like besides, let's say a move like Bishop H6 where you just give your bishop away for free, this is probably one of the worst moves on the chessboard. Not to be mean, just to try to teach something here, because all it does is just helps your opponent develop and attack your weakest square. So I think what Chelsea is missing is she thinks there's a threat, but there's no threat to this move. There's 2 attackers and there's 2 defenders. So your opponent's not threatening anything. As long as you have the same number of defenders as attackers, it's just normally fine. So I think just something like knight c3 here is perfect. I think that's a perfectly good move. Yeah, just develop. I mean, bishop b5 is perfectly fine. The best move I think once again is this d5, which I played against Vincent because we're basically opening up the position with the tempo, and we're gonna be able to develop our pieces a little bit faster because both our bishops can move right away. Whereas this bishop on c8 can't develop because these pawns haven't moved. So opening up the position should be very good for white here. So d5 would have been nice. So here, knight c3, knight f6, bishop c4. Bishop c4, there is this knight takes e4, knight takes e4, d5 trick, I believe. So that could have happened here. But castle, d5. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers versus 1, 2, 3 defenders. So this move is not really playable. So here, okay, here, Bishop takes e6 is fine. I would like to have seen bishop g5 first, develop a piece with a tempo, and then play bishop e6, but it shouldn't make a huge difference. Okay, rook here. That's interesting. Okay, queen e2. Take here. Rook e1. We should play rook e1 here. We got to make sure we're defending the back rank well enough. Yeah, rook e1. So knight e1, we're just in this annoying pin, and now this bishop is also pinned because we can't move the bishop without losing the rook. So Chelsea's done everything very well. Vincent has done most of the game pretty well also, but yeah, I really don't like this knight e1 move. Just go rook e1. If black plays this move, then just bring your bishop out anywhere. Bishop g5, yeah, get your pieces out, and basically your rooks are connected, so there's no threat anymore. But yeah, after this move, we'll probably see some difficulty. How does Chelsea finish her development here is the tough question. Okay, c3. So she's going to go c3, b4, bishop b2. I like that plan. It's a little on the slow side, but I do like it. Okay, there. I don't understand f3 here. That move seems very unnecessary. Just go bishop b2 and try to trade some pieces here, because clearly black's the one who's like more active with their pieces. A cool trick here, by the way, is this move rook d2 would run into bishop takes h2 check, king takes, and then rook takes rook. And if you play bishop takes rook, then you lose your rook on a1. So that's a cool little variation that I should mention. Okay, f3. I don't get f3. Okay, there. I think she's missing after bishop b2, Chelsea, that her bishop's defending the rook. This must be the move that she missed. So I understand her point of f3 now. She wants to play king f2 and knight c2 to defend the rook. But none of that was really necessary. Just bishop b2, defend the rook, defend the pawn, and you're doing well here. Here. Yeah, I see what Chelsea's idea is. But now it's like, how does she get out of the pin? That's a good move from Vincent, I think. Actually, it's not... Yeah, probably we should just take with the rook here. Take with the rook. Take, and then... No, hold on. Take with the rook. So we're losing 2 rooks, and our opponent's losing a rook. So, yeah, this was a really nice move from Vincent. Very nice job attacking the pin piece here. Yeah, there's really nothing we can do about this, is there? Bishop d2 was a really solid move from Vincent. So he took and then take there. Hold on. Maybe it's a blunder. Hold on. I should think about this a bit more. Yeah, bishop d2 we can take, and take. So this actually should be very good for white. Okay, so Vincent realized that, so he bailed out. Okay, that was smart of Vincent. And yeah, I kind of like Chelsea's position a bit. Although a2. Yeah, this is a very well played game. Yeah, both sides played this pretty well. Here. Okay, I think we gotta go knight c2, right? We gotta bring our knight back into this game. Okay, good. Okay, I think knight d4, knight b4, both. No, be aggressive. Why are we constantly retreating? Let's be active, right? I think knight b4, knight d5 is very logical. I think knight e3 gives you more options, because then you can go d5 or f5. That's very logical. Knight b4. Knight b4 is probably not so good. Actually, no, knight b4 is fine, because what I was worried about is you pick up the tempo, but then rook b2 and there's a pin. But then you just take the knight here. So yeah, I don't get knight e1. I don't understand why Chelsea is going backwards, right? In chess, you want your pieces to be active. You don't want your... Okay, so that's a good step in the right direction now. This is actually a very big blunder from Vincent, because we have this move knight e5 check, and then once the pawn takes your knight, you win the rook. So this, yeah, basically you're walking into... it looks like black is the one pinning the white knight, but it's actually the black rook that's in trouble here. Also, in addition to knight e5, you should also think about knight f4 check. And basically your job as a chess player is to figure out the difference between those moves. So knight f4, you give black double pawns. So I think after some more thought, I like knight f4 even better, because now you're ruining the opponent's pawn structure more. But knight e5 also should be very reasonable here. Knight c5. My feeling when I watch Chelsea's games is she's playing not to lose rather than playing to win. And she'll get more confident and she'll start adjusting her strategy a bit more. But what I see now, I feel like she thinks she's an underdog in these games when that's not necessarily true. And if she just starts playing with a little bit more confidence, I think she can, try to win. Don't try to avoid losing. You gotta try to win when you're playing chess. So yeah, at first I thought we could play knight takes b3 first as well, but the black king looks too active. So I think we have to take, but it might not matter because this f pawn looks. So let's say take. Okay, so my king's here. f4. No, we can get. I think we can get our king back in time. f5, f4, king here. f3, take, and our king's in plenty of time. So Chelsea was very close to drawing here. Rather than this move right away, she should have taken here first and then taken here, and that would have been an easy draw. And let's see, the engine should back me up on that. Yeah, so take first. Yeah, because after knight b3, the problem is that, so what happened in the game, we're going to get this weak pawn on f3 now, and the black king is just a little bit too close. Like if our king was on this square already, we should be able to draw this. But since our king is so far away from these pawns, I think we're just basically one move too slow here. Even if the king was here, I think we can draw here, 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 here. and since the king can't move to this square, we're going to be able to draw it. So it's literally just one tempo, right? A tempo in chess is just another way of saying a move. I know I always explain tempos as a lower valued piece attacking a higher valued piece, but sort of what tempo means in like a larger scheme of things is just a move. If you say you're one tempo too slow, it just means you're one move behind. Like if you can imagine that white got to move 2 times and I got to move the king to this square, it's a pretty easy draw, I think. Yeah, because I don't see how the black king is going to make any progress there. That was a really good game, though. You can see the strategy. You can see both players were fighting hard. Yeah, that was a good game. All right, let me play some more because it looks like okay. I'm going to play Peter. Okay, I was really hoping I'd play like Benjamin, but all right, good luck, Peter. Let's go. I was going to go Queen's Pawn Open, but let's go here. I kind of want to go King's Gambit. Let's have some fun. Okay, there. And yeah, that's a good move. So basically the trap is if I take this Queen H4 move is very strong, so I can't really take. So I'm going to play here. Because remember, anytime you move your F pawn, you're weakening this diagonal to your king. So I have to be aware of that. Okay, so take, that's fine. Okay, let's go to D4. So basically I'm getting a big center. I'm trying to win this pawn now. Basically, Vladimir Kramnik, though, by the way, he said he doesn't understand the king's game at all. Like basically, you're giving away a pawn, weakening your king. So he was a big. He used to always argue that I shouldn't say always, but I think they had like some discussion with his grandmaster friend someday, and basically Kramnik's argument was that he doesn't understand this opening. But he compared it to the Evans Gambit. He said the Evans Gambit made a lot of sense to him because you're gambiting a wing pawn, and your king doesn't incur any weaknesses, and you're fighting for the center better. So for him, that move, the Evans Gambit was a much better gambit in his opinion. And I tend to agree with Vladimir Kramnik because that guy was pretty good at chess. So yeah, he was the one that took down the great Garry Kasparov when he was in his prime. So you probably should listen to what that guy has to say. So I'm sort of getting what I want from the King's Gambit. I'm going to get pressure on this F7 square, and that's kind of the whole idea. Rather than castling, maybe I should have considered D5 a bit stronger. Because now D5, I think I have to be careful of Bishop C5. I like this move. This is a good move from Peter. Okay, so we're going to, yeah, that's a good move. Okay, so let's go. So if I go H3, take. And my game's going to auto-resign in 13 seconds. I really don't get this. I'm going to look in the settings because this is bothering me. Okay, H3. Yeah, I don't like H3, actually. I'm going to go Queen E2. Yeah, that really distracts you, though. Yeah, none of the kids ever mentioned that to me. I really don't like it. I really don't like it at all. Okay. He's played very well, Peter. I think he's probably outplayed me, to be honest. And I still can't take here because, well, maybe I could have taken there because knight F2 should have been fine. Okay, we'll go. Yeah, I don't like my position here. Peter really outplayed me here, I think. Okay, here. Okay, so that runs into this move. Okay, that was sort of his first real mistake, Peter, I'd say. Okay, that might have been his second mistake. Okay, can I go here? Bishop F6. Queen C5. Okay, I'll just take. No reason to get fancy. Okay, and then let's develop some pieces. So that's good, there's a pin. Yeah, I don't like the way I played this game, though. I think Peter played a very strong game here. I could have taken on G7, of course, right away, but I didn't really see the necessity to do that. I don't want to finish in first. So is Benjamin not playing anymore? Yeah, I really don't want to finish. I don't really want to win the tournament. Yeah, where is everyone today? A little bit of a disappointing turnout. I closed out the tournament by mistake. Yeah, that's why I want to analyze that game just for a second, because I don't think I played very well. Yeah, 4 mistakes, 2 blunders. Yeah, that was not a good game for me. So I give credit to Peter. Right? I think Peter played pretty strong. So I had 1 blunder, and here, yeah. So that allowed me to pick up the tempo. Bishop c4. Why is bishop c4 so bad? I don't get it. I guess they just want d5 here. D5 is probably winning, so I should have played that. No, h3. Why is bishop c5 so bad? d6. Okay, castle, d6, queen e2. Take. All right. Yeah, I'm really gonna. I didn't. None of the kids have told me about that, where it says you're gonna auto resign if you don't move. I'm really gonna have to look into that, because that really can throw off the kids' concentration and sort of force them to move when they don't want to. So I'm gonna. Yeah, let me figure out what's going on there. I kind of want to play because it feels like we don't have that many players today. But at the same time, if I keep playing, I'm going to finish in first, and I don't want that either. So I'm a bit of a rock and a hard place here. I haven't looked at any of Matthew's games today, I don't think. So Matthew was the winner of the last tournament. Yeah, I'm going to look up that rule. Why does it say auto resign? Okay, so basically what I'm reading on the forums is that it's a glitch, and that if you run out of time, you don't actually resign, nothing happens. But yeah, I don't really get why that's popping up then. So let me. Yeah, I feel like I'm focusing on a lot of stuff besides the tournament. So let me actually do some game analysis here. So yeah, another King's Gambit. Um, I think Peter showed me why I should never play the King's Gambit. I really don't like the opening at all. Um, I didn't. I don't feel like I played it very confidently either. Okay, E5. Okay, G3. Yeah, G3 is a mistake. Here we can just take, and then after the pawn takes back, we have Queen H4 check. No, Bishop takes G1. I didn't like. Queen H4 is just a strong move, right? We should really be paying attention to this diagonal because after, let's say, King E2, we're already giving a checkmate with Queen F2. So after Queen H4, King D2, we have Queen takes F4 check, and this is just miserable. There, this is really really bad. And for example, if they, yeah, this is just game over. If they play, if Matthew plays King C3, oh, black won by resignation. Okay. Good game from Aiden. Yeah, Matthew was the winner of last week's tournament, so Aiden, that's a good win. Yeah, I like to see Aiden and those guys. I don't want to finish in the top of the tournament, so I really was hoping to play Benjamin because I can tell he's sort of getting a little bored. Okay, so what's going on with what's been going on with Vincent? Okay, Vincent's the only student I have that plays the English, by the way, which I think is awesome. Like more of my students should play different openings, but sort of you play what you're familiar with. So E4. Like basically the kids see a lot of E4 games, so that's why they sort of mimic that. But there's a lot of things they can play in chess. Sort of the one opening that we get almost all the time. There's a funny Yasser Serawin story. He said like, oh, I knew this smart guy who was learning chess, and basically said, yeah, like eventually I quit because I kept getting the same position over and over again. And I was like, chess is pretty limiting. And for any strong chess player, that's really funny because one of the first things you realize when you play a lot of chess is how many unique positions there are. So basically, this guy was just playing the same moves over and over again because he didn't want to experiment in any different options, which could actually be even better than what he was playing. So it's a really funny story for chess players because yeah, chess is not a limiting game in any way. It's just the opposite. So here, by the way, I should point out this move knight d4 is losing to here. So knight b4 is a really good move from Aiden. I don't know if he saw that this is actually. Hold on a second. No, I take that back. I was gonna say take lose the piece, but after knight d4 take. We can take back with the pawn, of course, and then if they take our bishop, we take this guy. We're still, yeah, this is really bad news for. So I don't know what. So after this move, Queen b3, there's really no threat here, right? There's no threat of taking the knight because the pawn's protecting it. So I think what we're supposed to do here is we're supposed to go a5, and then on a3 we're supposed to play a4. And still, if the queen wants to take, then we're very happy about that. And if they want to take our knight, we're very happy about that as well because we take the queen. So yeah, I think a5 is the move for black here. Also, queen b6 might have been just perfectly fine. Yeah, queen b6, a3, knight here, take, and you get some funny looking pawns over here, but your rook's on a half open file now. Bishop c8 would have been a very good move except the rook's hanging. And somehow Vincent missed that as well. So Vincent's supposed to see this free stuff. All right. And now the knight's hanging. So okay. And yeah, this is probably going to be a win for Vincent now, I would assume. Hopefully for arena tournament number 100, by the way. That's when we're gonna have a lot of people saying I should make an appearance for that one at least, the 100th tournament. Okay, so Chelsea's in first. Is Chelsea playing someone right now? Okay, she is. So let me get a game in then. If anyone wants to play, if anyone's waiting, I don't think anyone's waiting for a game though. Yeah, I just don't want to finish in first. If I finish in second, okay, that's fine. I think Chelsea's probably going to win the tournament today because I think Benjamin is not going to play anymore today, is my guess. All right, let's say we got some good games to cover here. So we got Chelsea and Matthew. So we're supposed to. So she has already. The idea is we want to attack this knight because it's a pin piece. We're supposed to attack this knight with d3 rather than f3. The reason why f3 is a problem is because of queen h4. Although I think this still might work, but d3 is definitely a better move than f3. Whenever possible, right? We don't want to weaken our king, right? We should try to avoid weakening our this diagonal as much as possible. Yeah, this there's another game between Steven and someone from a really, really long time ago. All Chelsea has to do here is just move her knight away, and then she gets this knight for nothing because this knight is still going to be pinned. So rather than trading rather than trading your knight on e5 for this knight on e4, you just want to get this e4 knight for nothing. So just move your knight away, and you just win. You just win it for nothing because after queen h4 g3. This move knight takes g3 is not even possible because the knight's pinned. So all we have to do is get our knight to safety. And maybe knight d3 is not even the best square. Maybe knight c4 is even better. But all we have to do is find a safe move for this knight, and then we win our opponent's knight on the following turn. g3. Okay, I see what Chelsea's trying to do. Okay. Okay. Castle. Castle, 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 castle. Because we castle with a tempo. Yeah, get your king to safety. Castle, castle. Yeah, I think when Chelsea gets just a little bit more confident, she's going to be really, really strong. But right now, I feel like she's just too afraid to lose. When I see her move, it's just like it's more like don't lose rather than really maximizing your opportunities. But that just takes a ton of time, right? That's not like an easy thing to learn. Here. Okay. Okay, so that was a big turning point. So this move, yeah, that's a big turning point. Yeah, so now I like Chelsea's position a ton again. Chelsea should be able to win this one. Yeah, this should be an easy win. Yeah, I like bishop e7 here, right? Just trade off a pair because now you're attacking the bishop and the rook, so it just trades everything off. Very good move. Bishop e7 is an excellent move. And now we have take here, and then this guy's falling. Because the cool thing about this move is that, yeah, knight d5 does fork your rooks, but you get to play this move with a check, king here, you get to play this move with a check, king here, and then the other rook goes here, and we have a mate. So we should see that on the board right now. Yeah, this is a good game from, good fighting back from Chelsea here. Yeah, that was good. That was pretty good. So yeah, now would not be a good time for me to jump in because I would probably get paired with either Chelsea or Matthew. And yeah, if I play next game now, I'll definitely get paired against Chelsea. So that would not be very fair of me to impact the first place. Probably I shouldn't play any more games, right? Like I'm in fourth place. This is kind of perfect. Aiden, Benjamin, Chelsea, that would be a good top three for today. Yeah, I wish Sarah would play more tournaments. Sarah's been playing very well. I wish Cece would play more, but I know the kids are busy. They got a million things to do, so I get that. I think Vincent's very close to making a big jump in playing strength. He just needs to cut down on his bad moves, which you could say for any chess player, but he just really needs to cut down on his big blunders. If he does that, he's going to be really tough to beat. Yeah, what's the value? Well, this. Okay. So only 90.1. So what did I miss? So it looks like every move I played was book. So why did I only get 90.1 then? Where are the moments I could have played better? Knight g5. Knight g5 threatening here. Okay, but knight g5, bishop takes d6. Take here. Okay, what's the variation? So here, here. I guess I'd take here now. Okay. That doesn't seem very clear to me why I should have gone for that, but okay. Kind of liked e5, but all right, whatever. I don't know. Was that the only move they really had a problem with? Was okay, whatever. That doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Yeah, I think Chelsea's waiting for an opponent because we have a. Oh, okay. So Chelsea's playing Iden here. All right, let's look at that. So we have sort of like a what's called a like unprovoked exchange variation. So usually the Morphy defense is a6, and normally white doesn't take, but if they do, that's called the exchange variation. Fischer had a lot of nice wins in that variation, by the way. But anyway, d6, okay, take, castle, knight f6, d3, d5. Yeah, this is bad news for Chelsea. So this one she should lose, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, this is a very good position. Basically, we should get our king castle here because our king's stuck in the center, and there's a rook aiming right at our king. So this is really the moment that we want a castle. And we probably should have taken with the knight, right? Because we'd rather lose our knight than the rook. It's not going to make a huge difference, but I definitely think knight takes is a much better move. And yeah, probably like bishop g5. There's so many good moves for white now. Yeah, when you're at material, life is good. Knight c3, perfectly fine. Probably we should see something like this and then tuck our king away. Okay, here, yeah, bishop g5 is coming. Too much moving the same piece. We gotta get all our pieces involved in the chess game. This might be a strong move, but yeah, I'd really like to get all. Okay, there, knight c7. Okay, that's a good move. Here, here, here. I feel like Chelsea kind of avoided the worst of everything. It's still not good, but I think there's some swindle chances here. Basically, what Aiden should focus on is just simplifying the position, getting the rest of his pieces into the game, and it should be easy win for white. But I don't know. I feel like that there's some chances here. I like this is a very good move. Okay, I would just take here, e5, and then f4, and white should be cruising for a win there. If king take whatever black plays, I'm playing this move here because now I'm also threatening queen e5 after rook e1. Yeah, he's just thinking too hard here, Aiden. Just get all your pieces into the game. Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a disappointing turnout. Who else are we missing that normally plays? Half open foul. I mean, I like the way Aiden is playing this, but we got to include all of our pieces, right? Just the game, we want to use all of our pieces together. Good. Yeah, queen takes here, here, mate, and this is also a mate here. All right. Yeah, good win for Aiden there. And yeah, now Aiden's making a run for first place. So that was actually a very important game. So I think if Aiden wins, he gets some, yeah, he gets a lot of bonus points. Okay, so we have Chelsea and Pierre, and we have Matthew versus Aiden. So what's going on, Matthew and Aiden? It looks like Aiden did not play the opening correctly. So yeah, here we could have played bishop takes queen. So when Aiden's a grandmaster and I'm a oh gosh, when I'm a probably not when I'm a 60-something-year-old man, I'll show Aiden this game, and we will have a good laugh because this will not go in his best game collection here, but this is how we learn, right? This yeah, basically we're just giving away a lot of pieces here as black, but that's how we get better. So yeah, this game looks like Matthew is in good shape. So let's look at this other game. Okay, so white won. What happened? Oh, we have the Stafford Gambit. So there's actually a lot of very interesting variations here. So one variation in the Eric Rosen, yeah, is that Eric? He's very good in the Stafford Gambit. So knight e4, d3, bishop c5 variation. And basically the idea is if the pawn takes the knight, we have this deflection sacrifice, bishop takes f2, king takes f2, queen takes d1, and obviously that's very good for black since we're winning a queen. And on knight e4, d3, bishop c5, take, king e2. Then we have the very crushing move, bishop g4. So that's another cool variation. So I would like to have seen something like that happen. Yeah, rather than just losing all of our pieces. So like this move c3 from Chelsea is a big mistake, right? Because it just hangs the bishop. So yeah, I think this move queen h5 would have been very strong, right? Just threatening this h7 pawn, putting some long-term pressure on the bishop. Yeah, that would have been much better. Yeah, c3 is a big mistake actually. And yeah, I don't know why Peter resigned here. That's a kind of a weird place to resign. Okay, so what's going on in this arena tournament? Who else is playing? So it looks like Chelsea and Aiden will decide first place. So I think that's definitely the game we should be looking at. And yeah, this is losing. This is not Aiden's best game either. So when there's the GM brothers, I'll show both of them these games and they'll say, "Wow, we could have played much better than this." Although Chelsea just gave back the piece. So hold on a second. Oh, okay. Okay, I sort of missed Aiden's idea. All right, yeah, this is actually much more interesting now. Yeah, now I really like Aiden's position a lot. Yeah, I don't see how Chelsea's going to defend both her knights here, and I think that's what she's also realizing here. Queen f3, there's this knight takes. I think the kids are starting to get a little bit tired, right? 90 minutes of chess is a lot. That move is also good, but taking was definitely a bit better, but okay, we can still take. Yeah, and that's game over now. If Aiden wins this tournament, man, he's gonna be so excited. He's gonna be very excited. Bishop d6. I think one of the reasons why Aiden and Aiden are really tough for other kids to play against is they're always creating threats, right? They're always making you solve problems, and I think that's really tough for other kids to deal with. It's sort of tough for any level of chess player, right? If you keep creating threats, it's more likely your opponent will miss something. These threats, though, are a bit, to be perfectly honest, they're a bit on the simple side. So I feel like we should be seeing like how to deal with these threats a bit better. Like we could always play knight takes bishop. Since white's already down so much material, though, I wouldn't play that move. I'd probably play knight g3, and my idea would be to play something like d3, move my bishop, and hopefully create a pin. That's a lot of moves, though. So once I play knight g3, probably we're just going to see castle at some point. But yeah, if you want to at least give yourself some hope, that's what I would play. So let's sort of see where we could have improved here. So I think in this position, just knight takes f7 is a crushing move. Also, I think bishop takes f7 is crushing as well. So either one of those moves would have been actually probably preferable to this move. This was a nice swindle attempt by Aiden because his position is not very good here. So this was a nice way to try to change the character of the position. Because I want to play bishop b3 and my idea is after take, then we can play this move. But after bishop b3, there's just knight takes. So that's, yeah, sort of not going to work. So this is pretty interesting. Okay, so what's the So Aiden's got a 2-point lead. He can't get paired against anyone. If I jumped in now, that would be really, really bad etiquette, so I won't do that. So he's kind of stuck Aiden because there's no one for him to play against. So he's kind of waiting for this game to end. Okay, so Peter just likes to resign even when he doesn't need to. Like right now, he's just down 1 pawn. Why is he trying to lose? He might be trying to lose Peter because yeah, there's no reason why you would ever resign in this position. Okay, Vincent's back. Okay, so Aiden is playing Peter. Okay. So we have the Berlin. It's a very popular opening amongst the grandmasters. This is Vladimir Kramnik. He basically popularized this opening. Okay, so he has to be careful here, Aiden. No, Peter should definitely take him with this pawn. Yeah, this was a mistake. Because basically the idea is you want to take and then play queen d4. So castle, castle. I don't know about d4 is probably fine. I probably would have just castled here. Take rook here. Yeah, rook here, queen d4. That picks up the tempo. We can take, knight f3, and then after rook e8, we just get our king out of the center as quickly as possible. This move's risky. This move, queen b6, threatening a mate, threatening the knight. And then we have to go knight back to d4. That's a good move from Peter. It's a good move. It's a good move. Yeah, we kept our king in the center too long, right? This is dangerous. It's important to get our king castle. Like even here, I wouldn't mind seeing. Oh my gosh, that's a great move from Aiden. Great move. Great move. Yeah, it's a great move because one, it deals with both the threats, but I'm even just happier that we're thinking about the threats. I'm really happy that Aiden saw both the threats here. Yeah, that was pretty good. No, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. It's a good try from Peter, but that's not gonna work. And we're gonna see a resign here. And we're going to have a win for Aiden. Yeah, Aiden's running away with it now. There's been some very good chess play today, by the way. I think I think Jonathan's like on a 4-tournament winning streak where he just comes in and plays in one game. I think he's won 4 times in a row. Let's actually look at his results because I don't think he plays too much chess outside of this tournament. So how many wins? So he has 1, 2, 3, 4 wins. Yep, he plays 1 game, he wins. 1 game win, 1 game win, 1 game win. And he's done that 4 tournaments in a row now. So yeah, if you played a little bit more chess, Jonathan, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how much quickly it could be improving. But I guess I feel like my job is to make the kids as good at chess as I possibly can. And I think sometimes it's just, the kids just want to learn chess and have fun. They're not really that concerned with getting as good as they can as quick as possible. So I have to kind of manage those expectations. I think that's one of the most important things about my job, actually. Like some kids really want to be excellent like really quickly, and I have to push them and find material to help them achieve their goals. And then other kids just want to learn chess and have fun, and I think there's nothing wrong with either. Whatever your goals are, that's great. So yeah, but for me, I have to make sure that the kids that don't really want to be like super competitive all the time and worrying about their rating and stuff like that, just make sure I don't push them too hard or make chess less fun for them. And then motivate the kids who do really want to play tournaments and get really high ratings. It's a balancing act is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so what's going on? So we have Matthew, and I think let's look at Aiden and Grumpy Fog. So yeah, this move knight c6 surprisingly is a mistake because there's no good defense for knight g5. Knight g5 is just a great move for white here. No, here we just take. So what's going on here? No! How many times we talk about Aiden? These knights attack the same two squares. So once this knight moves, there's nothing defending this pawn now. This is just a great pawn to take and attack this f7 square. The cool thing is even the mistakes, you can kind of see the seeds of greatness. Even on the bad moves, I can understand why they played those moves. So you can really see the progress. We do have to cut down though, of course, on just giving our pieces away for free. So I think if Matthew wins this game, will he jump into third place? I think that every time you win, you get 2 points, and then you get a bonus point for additional wins. So I'm just trying to figure out how my score is calculated. So I think my second win, I got 3 points, so that's 5. And then my third win in a row, I got another bonus point, so that's a 4 point. So 5 and 4 is 9. So I think that's how it works. Yeah, because he has 3 in a row, Vincent. So he has 1 win with no winning streak, so he got 2 points for that. Then he got 2 points for his new winning streak, so that's 4, then 3, 7, then 4, so that's 11. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Knight g5 doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But like I'm saying, like look how quickly I didn't just going after the king. This isn't gonna work against like high-rated players, but it's really tough to play against, right? Because he's just constantly making threats. It's really like this is a really bad move, but he's just like, I don't care. I'm just gonna weaken your king and I'm gonna attack. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's fun to watch. Like, yeah, I think long term is gonna serve him well. Is he gonna see this move? Okay, he did see it. Okay, so his vision of the board is improving. So now I'm thinking we're gonna see rook e3, rook g3. Which shouldn't really be that big of a deal. The problem is like, where's this knight going, right? This knight has no active squares to go to. So Chelsea's doing really well here. It's just don't give the material back and don't get checkmated, right? Those are our 2 lessons. When you're up material, don't give the material back, don't get checkmated. You're very likely to win. I like this move a ton. This is a good move. So what can we do next? So the thing is, we don't have to worry about rook h3, right? We have the bishop protecting that. So bishop e6, very good. I half expect Aiden to play this move anyway. Yep, and that just hangs the rook. So hopefully Chelsea will see that. And Chelsea should go on to win this game. What? Why didn't I didn't take? What the heck? Yeah, now just bishop f3. Bishop f3 is probably even better, but this move's also good. So now queen g3, and we're going to take. Actually, maybe Chelsea's move is better. Yeah, maybe bishop takes e4 is better. Okay, we're going to take. We're going to go bishop g6 is my guess. No, 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 no. We can't give away our pieces, class. We got to stop doing this. I like Chelsea's threat, right? The threat is good, but it doesn't work because our... I mean, yeah, what's wrong with bishop f3? Then we have this threat. Our bishop's not safe, though. And that's the point of the tournaments, by the way. That's how we're going to learn. Chelsea's still up a whole queen here, so she should be able to win, hopefully. No, she's going to convert this. I have no worries about that. But I mean, like here you could even play queen takes rook. I think we're going to see queen g6 though here. Okay, this probably isn't such a big deal either, but it does give away the. But I like that Chelsea played an aggressive move here. I do like that. I like that she's playing to get her queen active. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, we're going to see take, 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 take. That's an interesting move. I like that move. That's interesting. So now we're threatening queen d1 and queen h1 is mate. Queen d1 was a little bit better. Okay, so we have a mate here. Perfect. Perfect. So Chelsea sort of did what Aiden was doing to her. She created threats, and it's hard. It's hard when your opponent keeps making threats to know what to do. So Chelsea might still win this. Chelsea against Peter. Peter is known to resign very quickly. If I was a betting man, I think Chelsea's going to win because Peter likes to resign. He likes to resign very quickly. So I think within 2 minutes, and I think Aiden doesn't get another game, which is a little bit of bad luck. I know it's not nice to say, but I almost feel like Peter's losing on purpose or something. So I feel like when there's like 1 second, he might just resign. If he's not losing on purpose, then that's like sort of a really mean thing for me to say. But I'm just noticing he's resigning like in really positions he's not even doing that bad in. So I'm not really sure what Peter's doing exactly. It seems like if he like loses a pawn or something, he just resigns automatically, which you really shouldn't do that in chess. You should have a good fighting spirit. Like part of me thinks he's going to play like queen h5 and then Chelsea's going to take and he's going to resign. I almost want to play this move as Chelsea because I really think Peter wanted to play queen h5, but yeah, Chelsea didn't really have any way of knowing that. So here we have knight takes e6. Okay, so Peter has a good position here. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, knight d5 is just crushing here, right? Attack the pin piece. d4 is also fine. It's not as good as knight d5 though, I don't think, but I mean d4 is a perfectly good move. Maybe just queen d3 actually I think is pretty good. d5 is a very good move as well. Just queen e2 is good. a3 is also a good move. Huh? Just keep that away. Here we have en passant possibility if we want it. Okay. d6 is very strong here. It's also good. Knight takes, take. Okay. What's that take here? Ah, it was a close one. So even though Chelsea had a better score, it looked like Aiden had the better streak. That's why he won by 1 point. So 9-4 is better percent than 8-5-1. But Aiden must have had the better winning streak. And congrats to Matthew for a 3rd place finish. So he's moving up. We're missing a lot of kids though. 10 players isn't a great turnout, to be honest. We're definitely missing a lot. I am grateful for the kids who did show up though, of course. But I was hope we can get more than this in the future. Great job, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm really happy that we got our 50th tournament in, and I'm excited to when we get our 100th tournament in. So great job, everyone. I'll see everyone in class, and thanks if you watch this video. Bye, everyone.